Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Shantae and welcome to my YouTube budgeting channel. So in this video, this is actually August week 3. No, it is August week 3, but I'm working on Paycheck August for the second week. So I'm going to budget my second week paycheck of August, and then I'll be on Thursday budgeting my third paycheck of August. So before I can do that, I have to go through my transactions over the week for my credit card spending, as well as going through my accounts to make sure all the numbers are correct. Then I can budget my paycheck. So for this last week, from the 9th to the 15th, that was my birthday week, and I took a week off of work. I took my vacation time and I spent time with family. So I was off the whole week, spending time with family, running around. Some surprises happened. I bought myself some gifts for my birthday, and you will see all of that as I go through my spending. I don't even fully know what I spent, so I'll have to go through that. And if you wasn't here last week, or if you didn't see the last 2 videos, I am currently streaming because I want to keep up with my videos, and recording made me behind so much that I'm still behind for the whole month of July, and that had 5 weeks of paychecks, and I'm also behind about 2 weeks in June. So eventually when I have time, those videos will go up because I do have them, but now I want to stay current, so I'm streaming, and as soon as I finish streaming, it'll go straight up to the video, and I'll edit the timestamps to make it easier to get through, and hopefully it's not too long, so I'm not gonna ramble too much. But that is the new setup that I'm doing. So first, before I can budget my paycheck, I have to go through my credit cards. So let's start. I work bottom to top. So let's start with the first credit card. So like I said, I've been doing a lot of spending for the last week. So we'll really have to see what I've done over the last week, because I'm not really sure, and it'll be for about a week and a half, because come Thursday I don't think I'll be making too many different transactions like that. So my next one for tracking my spending might not be too long, because I'll be doing half of this week in this video right here. So let me just sign into my account. For my first credit card, let me click it here so we can go to it. And let's see what I have to pay off. So for this credit card, it's due on the 30th. It's currently August the 18th, if I didn't say that, 2026. And on my phone it's showing $573.85. I cannot edit out these mistakes, so bear with me. And I'm only up to $216.22. So let's see all I spent for the past week and a half. So with so much family over, I wasn't able to do this last Thursday because I needed the peace and quiet. So even though I had a whole week off, certain things that I wanted to do work-wise, business-wise for me personally, like editing, writing, drawing, things like that, I wasn't able to get to. Just spent a lot of time with family, so now I'm catching up. So let's see, the last one I had was around, the last one I cleared was August 2nd for the $3.77. I gotta go all the way back there. Okay, so the credit reward of $3.77, I got that. So let's add these new transactions, and these two transaction here with the blue dots in them, they are reoccurring transactions that I scheduled to show up every month. So that comes out automatically, and I just have to make sure the price is right. So let's put, I have a credit protection for $1 on this card. Let's add that. That was on the 5th of August. Sorry if you could hear metal in the background. This was Credit Protect. Unexpected as usual. Well, it's expected, but I don't have a category for it to go into, and it's an outflow of $1. Next, I have seven transactions to get caught up. So the first is August 6th. It's for Apple, $9.99. So it's this one right here. For the phone storage, I can clear that and clear that. The next one is a bus ticket for my mother. That was on the 6th. And I have the company for that. For Meadow, I'll let her out once I'm done filming. She got water, food, and she had some time to run around, so she'll be fine for a few. So, this should come out my mother's spending, but we was doing so much spending from my card, her card, my sister's card, things like that, so I don't think this is fully gonna come out of hers. I'll take it out of unexpected. And for her bus ticket, I hope I'm not too low. I can't check right now. It was an outflow of $54. And I'll see if I'll need to change that, if I can take it out of her money, or we'll see what happened. Next is Dollar Tree. That was on the 9th. So that Sunday on the 9th, we had a family get together. It was a Sunday dinner, everybody bring a dish. So me and my sister planned that one. So this was for all the paper plates and paper forks and things like that. So this was not the part of the food we make, but the things we split to make sure everybody had a plate and stuff like that. And that was for Dollar Tree. I put Dollar Store because there's a few different ones. This will come from, it should come from Family Events, but I don't think I have enough in there. I don't, but my sister had to give me half back of this. She did give me half back. So I'll put in the difference. So it's like a family dinner. Hopefully everything is working. And it was $35.25. An outflow of $35.25. do $10.01 over that I have to put back to it, but I'll put my sister half and see how much is left. Next is, what is that? Yep, next is Meadow. So she went to the vet finally. It took us a while to get there with our work schedule, but we both took some time off for that week while our mother was here, and we was finally able to get to her, and we spent way more than expected, but I think I had it. She gave me her half. I'll definitely have to check my categories to make sure I had everything. So I'm just put PetSmarts for this. This is her vet, and we got her insurance monthly that we're gonna split. So this was on the 14th. So let's put PetSmart. And the first transaction, this will go to Meadow. Nope, I have it as pet. So this is technically vet slash pet insurance, but they're kind of the same, so I might even put them together. But I'll put in pet insurance. So the first time was more expensive than it will be in the future. So that was $111.88. I know I don't have it. I'm definitely gonna have to move money around to fill in all these categories. And then next, PetSmart as well. We got Meadow some extra supplies. This was on the 14th. PetSmart. And this will be for her. These are supplies. We also got some litter. I'll split it, but I don't know how much it was exactly, and I don't have the receipt. But I am gonna make a split transaction. The total was for $139.84. So the first category, I'm gonna do her supplies, which that got spent the most, and clearly $14 is not gonna cover it. And then next is her litter. So the cat litter was about $15. How much do I have in that category? 25. I'll do 20 out of it. Well, because my sister gave me half of the whole amount, because we bought her a water fountain bowl. We bought her a container for her food, so it wouldn't just be in an open bag. We bought her a brush to brush her fur out. We bought her a collar and a name tag. So I think I'm gonna use, I don't know, because my sister gave me half. I'm not doing the math right now. Let me see, let me divide that by half and see how much is left so I can take it out of my money. 130, I'm gonna just do 140. Divided by 2, 70. So I'm gonna do like $8 here. I'll do 10. 10 out of litter. Well, it doesn't really help. So I'll do the whole 15 and I'll do the rest. 124, 84, and then I'll fix it as I go once I get into my categories, and once I add my system money in, it will come together. So let's clear a few of these. I have a few more. Definitely a lot of spending when I go past just a week, but this was a very spending week. Next is my phone bill, so the $102. Me and my mother split that, so that's correct. And then lastly, on this card, this is just the first card. I bought some pizza for my birthday. I had my nieces come and we ate birthday cake and sang happy birthday and played some games and went to the park, things like that. Just spending time with them. So that was $15.66. That was on the 15th. Hopefully you can hear me and I'm loud enough. The 15th. This was Domino's, but do I have that? No, did I put McDonald's for when I got McDonald's? Do I have any fast food things? Because I would like to put it in one fast food category instead of putting every. I got DoorDash, Food Lion. I think I'm gonna just put it in fast food, so whenever I get fast food, I'll take it from there. I thought I had McDonald's before. I don't know what I put it in. Probably unexpected, but I'm gonna put it in fast food. Add that new category. And I guess it would come from unexpected, but I think I have a lot more unexpected things. I don't want to use it all up. So I'm gonna take this out of my food budget. I'm gonna take this out of groceries because I didn't really have to buy too many groceries. I just bought some yesterday, but I used my brother's card. He let me buy some food off of his card. So I'm gonna put Domino's just so I know. Domino's pizza, and 2 pizzas cost me $15.66. Sorry for all the mistakes. This is what I usually edit out, but it takes way too long. So we're gonna take that out of groceries, and that is all for this credit card right here. So let's make sure it matches up to the total. $573.85. So I can reconcile that once I clear everything. And this card has to be paid on or before the 30th. So I can move to my second card. I think I just paid this card off this morning, so I'm not sure if it's still gonna be on there. So right now, this card is up to $315.16. So let's catch up with this card because I'm currently at $153.19. So let's see where that spending came from. The last thing I have from here, other than the automatic transaction that's scheduled to come out, the last thing I paid off was household for $7.19. So let me find that. $7.19. So I have that. So the next thing to come out next is August 7th. My ChatGPT, $8. I've been using it, so I won't complain too much. Inflow, it was an outflow of $8. And I am going to make that a reoccurring transaction if I can. Repeat on the 7th monthly, yes. And I'll save that, and it should be up here somewhere, but I'll check for it later. Next, I got a few Kroger's, a few Walmart. So we did a lot of shopping at grocery stores at different times. Let me clear these up. So the first, Kroger gas. I think I got this just before my vacation. I filled my car up. So let's add a transaction. That was on the 8th. Kroger's gas. And that was for $37.76. So I'm back at half a tank because we was driving around almost every day all week. So we're halfway through the month. I would like to make it to the end of the month and fill up once a month, but I'm not quite sure. I don't really like when it goes over or under half, but it was under half this last time. Gas prices is going down, but I don't want to jinx it. So the next is Walmart. That's for grocery. It was for, I can't really remember. It should have been for dinner, but I don't fully remember what it was for. Might still take it out of groceries. So that was on the 10th. Or do I have another Kroger's? Nope, I messed something up. Not too bad. So I have two Kroger's. One was Kroger's gas on the 9th. Sorry if you could hear metal in the background. So that was on the 9th, and I have another Kroger groceries on the 8th. Let me make sure I don't have it so I don't put it in twice. Nope, I think I still have to add this one. So Kroger's groceries. Don't remember what it was for $27.20. Let me see if I'm signed in on my Kroger app so I can check it real quick. Nope, I'm not. So I'll just put it in for groceries and change it later if I need to. I can't let her out because she's gonna jump on my desk and do everything that I have to chase her around. So Kroger's groceries, this was on the 8th. Take it out of groceries because I don't know what else it could have been for $27.20. Then I got the gas. Next is Walmart. On the 10th, Kroger's, Walmart. This will go, I don't know why. Oh yeah, because I picked up some hair supplies at Walmart last, but this is groceries. Don't know exactly what for. And that's an outflow of $15.23. Actually, this was for the family event as well, paper plates and stuff. That I couldn't get at Dollar Tree. So I'm gonna just put family dinner. And I might move the money out of household because I don't have enough in family events. And that's an outflow of $15.23. Good thing I remembered. And next is BJ's. We was all over the place at every store on a shopping spree at grocery stores. That was also on the 10th. So this was for my meal that I made for the dinner. And one pack of Angus meatballs at BJ's cost me $30. I was not happy. I wanted to change what I was making, but I can't think of anything, and it was last minute. I had to cook the day of because I worked the day before. So this was for BJ's, which I don't think I have. And I'm not sure if I would even need it. What do I have? Food Lion. I'm not sure if I need BJ's, but I'll put it in. So BJ's. And I'll just keep it as that. Because it's a wholesale club, it has that for the rest of it. This was groceries because I have no more in my family events, and I don't mind taking it out of the food, but I'm still gonna put it for family dinner. And one bag of Angus meatballs cost me $30.29. Crazy. We used to get it so much, and it was like maybe $15.99 a bag. Then it was like $19.99. Now it's all the way to $30. So that's all for the 10th. So I have another transaction, McDonald's. That was on the 14th. I don't think I have McDonald's. So I'm gonna put in fast food, and I prefer it that way. And then I'll just put in a memo. That wasn't groceries. So me, my sister, my mother, and my niece, we all went out on a road trip, basically. Not too far, like 30 minutes to check something out. I'm gonna tell you the good news, but I'll get to that later. But we all got McDonald's, and I'm pretty sure I just paid for it. So I'm gonna just take it out of mine. So not groceries, I'll do it from unexpected. That's going down fast. Sorry, I'm not used to my desktop keyboard. McDonald's with family. My treat, apparently. And that was $33.95 for 4 people. Almost done. Next should be a few transactions that come out automatically. So my Kindle that came out, let me clear the rest of these, for $11.99. My car insurance for $89.83, that's correct. And then one more Kroger stop. I don't remember what it was for, so it'll come out of groceries. And this one was on the 17th, just yesterday, or the day before. I cannot remember. I can't remember a few days ago what I bought. So this was from Kroger's Groceries. I believe it was groceries. So I'll take it out of there, and it was just for $9.54. This is technically a week and 3 days of spending, but so I think that's everything. Let's make sure the numbers are correct. $315.16. That's correct. I have $15.23 of overspending on this card. We can reconcile that if I haven't already. So that is my 2 cards, and let's get on to the last card. I did a few things, and I will explain it as we get to it. So let's go to my last credit card. So this card was paid off recently. I had to pay it off by or before the 10th. So I paid it off, and I also made another transaction. So let's see, what was the last thing I did? The $6.30 I did, so I can add the payment that I made. So I paid this card off on the 7th of August from my everyday checking account, and it was an inflow to a credit card, so I was paying it off of $174.56. Save that, and I'll reconcile it at 0 because I made a big purchase, and I'll let y'all know that I bought my new iPhone. I finally switched over and bought a new iPhone after having the iPhone 8 Plus since 2018. So a few years, it was still working, and it was good. The screen wasn't broken or cracked or anything. It worked perfectly fine, but then Apple stopped updating for that phone, and probably a few phones after it, I'm not sure. But my phone wasn't updating, so I couldn't get into most of my bank accounts. I couldn't get into the Kroger app, which I use on a regular. I couldn't get into a lot of different things, none would update. So I had bought my niece's phone for $40. It was the 11 or 12, but it was so small, smaller than my 8 Plus. So I made a commitment, or whatever, however you want to say it, to buy a new phone for my birthday. I needed it for a while now, so I wanted to get up to date, and I didn't want to wait to October for the 18th or pay any more than what I paid for. So let me add that transaction, because this video is a little long because I have a lot of transactions here. So I went to the store, to my phone company, to see if I could get a better deal. I couldn't. It wasn't much more than Apple, but I probably could have got it for a bit cheaper, just for shipping and taxes and everything like that. But I was there, and I prefer convenience over, like, if I have to spend a little more for convenience, then I will do that. But other times I do try to find the best deals, but I was over it. So that was on the 17th. It wasn't the 17th, it was like the 15th or the 14th. I think it was the 15th. And it was Cricket, if I even have it as one. Cricket wireless, yep. And not from phone bill. This is coming from, because I already saved up for it. It's a split transaction because I overspent. So the totals was $1,362.08. So I bought my phone. It was $1,200 like they said. So that's what I saved up for. Didn't account for taxes, silly me. I don't think it was much more than that, but I also bought a phone case from the store. It could have been cheaper on Amazon, but again, didn't feel like it. I hate when I order things online and it's wrong and I either have to take the hit or send it back, which I rarely ever send anything back. So it was the size of the phone, the store person knew it, so I was like, that's good, and I like the color of the case. So I am gonna split that with iPhone, and I might delete this from my wish list since I bought it and put it into like technology or something. But I'm gonna just do the $1,200 on that I have in there, and then I do have $1,200 there, yeah. So I had already planned for that. And then this is gonna be from unexpected. I don't even think I have enough, and I only got $81 left, and I need $162. So what I'm actually gonna do, I have my Apple Watch. I was saving up for my Apple Watch. I don't think I put it as that. Yes, I have my Apple Watch. I think I have it saved up in September, but I'll move that money around, so let's put in tech replacement and put the $162.08. I could just leave it from that, but I'm not sure if I want to. But I'll take it from tech replacements, which has almost $400. So that is on my credit cards. It's way more than usual, but it was my birthday week. I definitely have a lot more spending to still show you guys. And that's just my credit card, so this is gonna be a little longer video. Sorry about that. I would cut it off, but it's a little harder with streaming. So that is all my credit cards. Let's go to my savings account. I think I'm good on this one. My long-term savings account, $45,503.80. That is correct. So my short-term savings account, that is not the same, so let's go to that one. So let me just say here, I am in the process of buying a home. It was unexpected, but it was a very good deal. Everything happened so fast, but I like it, so try not to have buyer's regret. I always do that when it comes to spending money, whether it's a small amount to a large amount. I regret buying groceries, I regret buying my phone, so that's always a little thing I have with myself, that I prefer to save and hoard my money. So spending it, I always get a little buyer's remorse, but I am very happy with the purchases I made. I'm happy with my phone, and I'm happy that I bought myself a house. So let me show you the transactions. It cost me a little bag, but that's what I was saving for. So let's go into my short-term savings account, and right here, 31 cents. So let's add a transaction here, because I moved some money into my checking account to make the payment for the down payment. This was on the 14th. So it's a transfer into my check-ins account, and I'm gonna just put down payment. I'm gonna put house. It's a townhome. I'm super happy, but super nervous and everything, and just gotta get my finances in order to prepare for this next big step. So it was an outflow of $3,000. I know, worth it, but it hurts to see. So $1,550.95, that's correct for this account. I'm gonna try to move a little bit faster because this video is going on 45 minutes. Next, my mother's savings account, $13.41, that's correct. So let's go to the transactions. Let's go through the transactions on my checking account. That's the last thing. So the last thing I had on here, $147.56, paying off my credit card. Before that, $614.42. Then I have my rent. Let's find this transaction. Okay, I split it into two with the water. Okay, so I think I'm caught up with that since my last paycheck, and my transaction paying off my credit card, I can clear that. And before the down payment transfer, I had this week's paycheck, or last week's paycheck. Adding that, it came on the it says the 12th, but I'm gonna put the 13th because I usually get paid on a Thursday. And it's a paycheck. Going into ready to assign. This one was short again, and I have to talk to my manager or whoever to fix it, because these last two checks were short for the same thing, and I wasn't supposed to pay for my shoes because it was like a free thing that we get every year. So I'm gonna have to talk to them about these last two paychecks. So it was only $617.40. That is that paycheck. Then I have a transfer from my sister. It says the 14th. For this was Zelle. And I'm gonna put this in my sister's spending money. Put this in her spending. And this was for Meadow. And half of the, so I'll put pets and family dinner. Her half for the supplies we had to buy. And it's an inflow of $152. And I'll just make that work. Put it in the places it needs to go, and then the $3,000, I can clear that off. And then I made the payment. So I'm gonna have to put a different name other than what I have here. So I think I'm gonna put home. So this was on the, it wasn't the 17th, but I guess it just finished going through. Should I put it like that? Because I have my rent in caps. I think I'm gonna do that. It's just for the down payment, but when I start paying my mortgage, I'll probably keep it in that category. So we're gonna put it for home. Oops, nope, I didn't save it. In all caps. Add that. Not the moving fund, but that will have to be used. So let's see. This came from my long-term savings, which is for my future home. And this was only part of the down payment. For $3,500. And I can save that. So that's where that went. So that put my account, let me clear it, make sure everything is right, which it isn't. So let's see what I missed. 3,000 inflow, 152. Okay, I put my check as an outflow instead of an inflow. So let me copy that, paste that. Does that make it $1,645.88? That's correct. So I can reconcile that. And that is all my spending and a bit of my income for the past week and a half-ish. So in my next video, which I have to start and I'm late to start it, but we'll be going over fixing any overspending that I have. So I have 3 overspending, and then I can budget my paycheck. So I'll be fixing these categories, fixing the overspending, budgeting my paycheck, and I will see you on the next video. Thank you for watching. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you in the next one. Bye guys.